My name's Laura and I'm here at Cats Protection in Hazelmere with a pair of cats, a pair of sisters called Pixie and Mew. And they're a very friendly pair and they really love each other very much. Today I've got a story for you, and today's story, this book has come from Martha's stall. So Martha's selling off the toys and books that she's too grown up for now. And she's doing that to raise money for charity. So I passed her stall in Walmer Hill Road on my way home from work the other day, and I got some books that I think the cats here at the centre are going to enjoy. So today's book is called Elephant's Lunch, and it's about a girl who eats a lot. So I could really relate to that. So today's story is especially for you, Martha. I hope you'll enjoy it. Clara stared into her school bag. She frowned. "Are you sure you've given me enough lunch?" she asked her mother. "Enough lunch?" her mother said. "You've got 4 peanut butter sandwiches, 6 bananas, a piece of chocolate cake and an apple pie." "But I'll be at school all day," Clara said, "and I get awfully hungry." "You won't get hungry," said her mother. "You couldn't possibly get hungry. You've got enough lunch in there to fill an elephant. Now off we go." Clara and her mother walked down to the wharf to wait for the ferry boat. While her mother talked to other people there, Clara went to talk to the elephant that she'd seen waiting outside. He was big and grey with soft little eyes. "Hello," Clara said. The elephant blinked and looked away across the water. Clara looked too. She saw tugboats and tankers and yachts, but no ferry boat. "Are you waiting for the ferry too?" she asked. The elephant said nothing. "Once I waited for the ferry," Clara said, "and it was late and I got awfully hungry, so hungry that my tummy growled and made a big pain. I hope you're not hungry, because you've got a really big tummy and you get an awfully big, terrible pain." And the elephant said nothing, but Clara saw that his ears hung low. Clara knew all about waiting for ferries and how hungry it made you. More hungry than waiting for buses or waiting for traffic lights to change. Poor elephant. Just in case the ferry was late, he should have something to eat. Clara opened her school bag. Elephants liked peanuts. Everyone knows that. She took a peanut butter sandwich and offered it to him. The elephant just blinked. "Yummy peanut butter," Clara said, and rubbed her tummy. The elephant blinked again. He didn't understand. To show the elephant what she meant, Clara ate the first sandwich herself, making loud munching noises. Then she held out the second sandwich, but the elephant blinked as before and didn't say a word. Maybe it's monkeys that like peanuts, Clara thought. She ate the second sandwich, saying and rolling her eyes. Still the elephant didn't seem to understand. Clara ate the third sandwich and licked her lips. She said. The elephant raised his trunk and scratched his ear. Maybe he isn't very smart, Clara thought. She held out the fourth sandwich and said, "If you don't eat this last yummy peanut butter sandwich, I will." The elephant said nothing, just let his trunk sag. "This is your last chance, Clara." Clara raised the sandwich to her mouth. "And this is your second last chance." She opened her mouth wide. "And this is your third last chance." She put the sandwich in her mouth. The elephant looked away, and the last peanut butter sandwich was gone. Clara looked across the water. There were speedboats and rowboats and a catamaran, but no ferry boat. "You may not know this," Clara said to the elephant, "but some ferry boats are so late that they don't come at all. You'd get an awfully big pain in your tummy then." The elephant's shoulders drooped. He's starting to understand now, Clara thought. She opened her bag and took out 6 bananas. He was a very big elephant. He could eat them all. So she peeled them and laid them on the seat beside him, but the elephant just sat and stared across the water. Perhaps it's gorillas who like bananas, Clara thought. Now they were peeled, someone had to eat them, so Clara did. "You're the fussiest animal I ever met," she told the elephant, "and you'll be sorry when your ferry doesn't come and you're so hungry that you get a terrible big pain." Clara looked in her school bag once more. "I suppose you like chocolate cake," she said. Everyone in the whole world liked chocolate cake. Mothers and fathers, mice and parrots, cats and dogs. Clara looked across the water. She could see a paddle boat and some kayaks, but no ferry boat. "All right then," she said. "I'll share my chocolate cake with you." She broke the cake in two and put one piece on the seat beside the elephant. She started to put the other piece back in her bag, but she had to have just one little bite. Then another. Then just one more. Now there was only one bite left. No use putting that little bit away. Clara popped it in her mouth. Then she heard toot toot. It was the ferry. The elephant wouldn't go hungry after all. Clara snatched up the elephant's piece of cake, thinking of all the other people in the world who liked chocolate too. Grandmas and grandparents and grandpas, big sisters, little brothers, teachers, police, everyone. Toot! The ferry pulled into the wharf, and Clara saw that the elephant had gone, and so had the piece of chocolate cake she'd had in her hand. Now all she had left for a whole day's lunch was one not very big apple pie. "Oh dear," Clara said to herself, "I'm going to get awfully hungry, just like the time I waited for a ferry and it didn't come. My tummy will growl at me and make a pain." Clara acted quickly. She gobbled down the apple pie to make her school bag light and told her mother, "Quick, we've got to go home and get some more lunch." She held open her empty bag. Her mother stared in shock. "Clara," she said, "what happened to the lunch I gave you?" "I ate it," Clara said. "I had to. There was this elephant, you see, waiting for the ferry." "It was an elephant today," her mother said. "That's right, a big one," said Clara. "Not a gorilla," said her mother. "No," said Clara, "the gorilla was yesterday." "And not a monkey," her mother said. "Don't you remember?" said Clara. "I met the monkey the day before." Her mother shook her head. "Clara, I don't know where you put all this food," she said. "In my tummy, of course," said Clara, "so it won't growl and make a pain." "Well, I hate to say this," said her mother, "but Clara, you eat like an elephant." "That isn't true," said Clara. "I happen to know that elephants don't eat very much at all." And neither do camels, as Clara found out on her way to school the next day. So thank you for listening to my story. I hope you enjoyed it. I've got my next story ready and I look forward to bringing it to you soon. Bye for now.